As with all sports, the games that are played last are the games that matter the most. And today we feature our final game of the 2014 USAFL Nationals Tournament. It's the Division III Grand Final between the Sacramento Suns and the Philadelphia Hawks. Stateside Footy's final episode of the 2014 season starts now. We are back at the Darree Soccer Complex in Dublin, Ohio, the site of the 2014 Nationals Tournament held by the United States Australian Football League. And it's from here today that we bring you the final installment of Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals for 2014. We have arrived at the time of day reserved for the Divisional Grand Finals, and here's how they shape up. In Division 1, our old friends the New York Magpies face the Orange County Bombers. The Division 2 Granny features two teams we've seen a lot of this weekend, the Los Angeles Dragons and the home club, the Columbus Jackaroos. In Division 3, another club regularly seen on Stateside Footy, the Philadelphia Hawks, play for the title against the Sacramento Suns. And the Division 4 title will be awarded to the winner of the match between the North Carolina Tigers and the combined players from the Kansas City Power and the Denver Bulldogs B team. And of course, they'll be awarding a premiership in the Women's Division 2. Today, the mixed team from San Francisco, Portland, and Arizona will be competing against the Denver Lady Bulldogs for that championship. Coming up after the break, we'll bring you one of those aforementioned grand final matches and get our first look at the Philadelphia Hawks for this season. The Hawks will take on the Sacramento Suns for the Division III Premiership, and you'll see it next right here on Stateside Footy. breaking huddles now. Players going to their respective positions. And we're just about ready to play this Division III Grand Final. One of the 5 championships to be awarded today at the USAFL Nationals Tournament. Obviously, there's the Division I men's, Division II, Division III, Division IV, and also the women's division as well. Still to come, the Division I Grand Final, as I mentioned, not here, but it will be played. And we'll give you some highlights because our old friends, the New York Magpies, are in it. They're taking on the Orange County Bombers, and that game takes place in about an hour. Right now, it's the Hawks and the Suns going for the Division III crown. It's actually the only one of the 5 finals games that we'll be bringing you here on Stateside Footy. As the umpire tries to get everyone in position there. Familiar face there, familiar sight there, the long-sleeved Hawthorne jumper there, the number 33, that's John Loring. And here we go. Congratulations going out to the Sacramento Suns on their Division III premiership. Here's how the other divisional grand finals ended up. In the women's division, it was the Denver Lady Bulldogs coming out to the victory over the combined team from San Francisco, Phoenix, and Arizona. The final score, the Lady Bulldogs, 2 goals, 3 behinds, 15 points, and the Iron Maidens, 4 behinds, 4 points. The Division IV Grand Final wrapped up with the North Carolina Tigers defeating the combined Denver-Kansas City side with a score of 7 goals, 2 behinds, 44 points, to 4 goals, 6 behinds, 30 points. The home club, the Columbus Jackaroos, advanced to the Division II Grand Final looking for their second consecutive title. Their hopes to repeat, however, were dashed by a surging Los Angeles Dragons squad. The final tally, Los Angeles winning going away, 11 goals, 3 behinds, 69 points, to Columbus's 1 straight 6. Which brings us to the Division I Grand Final, which featured the Orange County Bulldogs and our old friends, the New York Magpies. Not only did we get to see the game as it happened, but Grilla, the Nationals' regular PA announcer, invited me up in the lift to call the game alongside him. We were joined by USAFL communications guy and Philadelphia Hawk Brian Barish, who has called a fair amount of games on this program as well. While it was great to be able to be a part of the proceedings on the big stage, it was even better to be able to be there as the New York Magpies, longtime friends and supporters of Stateside Footy, took the Division I Nationals title. Congratulations and continued thanks to the Pies from New York City. Let's take a look at some of the Division I Grand Final.
It's whispering New York, New York, and they want to be a part of it for this first half action. And they rise above me looking so lovely. And the New York Magpies are away. And away we go, way down. That's the number 18 there for New York. Shot on goal. Oh, goal!
New York up by a goal. Here we go. And it's hit out by the Bombers. They get the clearance right away. Goes to number 50 there. That once again is Schiller. And it comes back now. And with it, going for it right now is number 18. That's Brad Davis for the Magpies. He handballs it over. And here we go. Now with it is McIntyre, number 7. He puts a kick in toward goal. And the leap in. Oh, he can't mark it. He had his hands on it, but just couldn't hang on to it. Battle for it right now in the shadow of the New York attacking goals. And it's still to ground. Players battling for it right now. Just about at the pocket. And it's kicked out. And it'll be almost intercept marked there by New York. Ball goes to ground once again, and getting rid of it there for the Magpies, number 35. That's Michael Coucher, and it's going now, goes over to the opposite boundary. Magpies get it off the ground, running around with it, getting some space. He puts it toward the goals right now, and that's going to come in. And waiting for the goal umpire's decision. It's going to be a minor. So right there, a major and a minor for the New York Magpies, and they lead right now 1-1-7-2-0.
Either way, the ball's going to come back in the air. Someone's going to go after it, and we're going to continue. And now moving forward with it again, the New York Magpies. Oh, a good defensive mark there. Looked like it might have been a Garza again out on that right side. And he's going to look for options. He's going to come into the center of the ground. Nice mark, uncontested there. He's going to go back. Going to see a lot of uncontested marks on both sides, not because of bad defending, but because of good placement. There's another one. The mark taken there by number 37 for Orange County. That is David Lezeske, as he pumps it in forward again and almost defended. Orange County is going to move the chains forward. Down he goes. He shoots for a goal, and he's got it.
10 there for Orange County as Adrian Heffernan hauls, connects in the middle. Arguez, who pushes down, pitches it over the top of the mark. Number 37, 3-7 for Orange County is David Lezeske. Lezeske lasers into the man front of the show, front stage, and that's a mighty big man indeed. The number 18, of course, is Kendrick Tyrrell. Tyrrell to the house. From 30 yards out from goal, he'll walk that line, the straight and narrow. On behalf of Coopers, back on the breeze. Is it going to hang in there? Umpire adjudication says it looks like 6 points to me. It is.
Kelleher now gets it to the boot. He's got a couple of targets. New York have the numbers. He jumps up, and they pay the mark. He did get control of it. Going up high there was number 12, Karen Hughes. And once again, a doozy by Hughesy as he gets back and tries to line things up here. New York right now 3 points down, looking to regain the lead. Looking to chain a couple of possessions together and move this thing forward. Hughes gets it to the boot now, and it goes up off a couple of hands. Looks like OC's going to win the race to the ball, or will they? Nope, New York is kicking it wide now, and the ball is going to tumble and roll and perhaps even nurdle out of bounds. Thank you, Brian. And
thanks, Bill.
They'll toss it back in there. Right now, Black Drum scoreboard. 2 straight 12 for Orange County, 1-3-9 for the New York Magpies. And actually, my apologies, it is not a boundary throw, and it did not roll out. Actually, it's a free kick being awarded to the New York Magpies. So the Maggies with the free kick right now, looking to move it and get it into scoring position. He runs up and he gives it a whack. It's coming in toward the goals. Will it have the journey? Not quite. Big pack in front, and it's loose. Looks like Orange County will get there first, and he's got some space. He's going to run now. He gets it out. Nice line drive kick, and it's going to take a bounce, but then be taken once again. I believe that's McIntyre for the Magpies. He kicks it. It's going towards the sticks. Will it have the journey? Let's see. Nope. Or did it? Let's see. It's actually did have the journey, just not the aim. It's going to be a point, so it's a minor score for the New York Magpies, and they inch closer right now. The Black Rum scoreboard, 2 straight 12 for Orange County, and 1-4-10 for New York.
There's another hand pass. Now they're going to come straight out into the middle of the park. Going for it there is the number 92 for New York. That is Michael Dixon. Couple of guys get it now. There's a hand pass, and they're going to try and clear their lines again. New York comes to the near side, just getting the kick away. And now he's going to dig and chase for it. He's going to get it, turn around, spin around, shakes free. Number 5, that is Walt Lynn. A good attempt for the mark there by number 6. That's Chris Giorgio. Giorgio now puts it inside. Rolling forward, Orange County has 2 guys there. New York sending a couple of guys in to chase. Again, they try to get it out of the last line of the fence. Try to cross it into the middle, in front, and it's a goal.
And right now, the Black Chrome scoreboard, the Magpies are up by 3, 2-4, 16 to 2-1, 13. That kick coming in now to the area right in front of the goal. Almost marked. I believe that was Giorgio in there and kicked out. Orange County now, they get it out of danger, at least for the moment. Magpies rushing back in, though. Kick toward the goals by Aricchio, and let's see who gets a bunch of players at it. It's all bundled up, and let's see. I think they'll toss it up just outside in the shadow of the New York attacking goalposts. Lining everybody up right now. Not much real estate on one side of the field for these teams. And the ball goes up. Huge tip for both clubs, and it goes to ground, and let's see, looks like it's going to go out to a boundary throw-in. One of the New York players got it, but it was instantly dispossessed, and the ball went over the line, and we're going over to Grilla.
3-point ball game. New York are threatening like the distant thunder that you hear from time to time. Full time, New York, they are very, very much a part of it. They have won the Division 1 title in the year 2014. They have defeated the Orange County Bombers. New York 2-14, defeated Orange County 2-13, and the boys are jumping around out there. Fellas, a great game of football. Cool commentary. What did you see, Brian?
Oh, man, what a great game. It's definitely going to go down as one of the best in USAFL history. It wasn't very pretty at times, but New York Magpies did what they need to do. Those 3 handy points being the end of it. And congratulations to Glenn Ornsby and the rest of the New York Magpies, the second Division 1 championship and their second in 5 years. Billy.
Normally when we see New York, they have a very tight defense. Today what we saw is, in the old line, when an irresistible force meets an immovable object. New York just getting over the line, winning it by 3 points. And Brian on USAFL.com, since the champion of New York, time for you to start spreading the news.
Yes, sir.
It's starting today.
Congratulations to all the Nationals winners for the 2014 season. Coming up next, we'll take one last look back at the 2014 season and bring you highlights from the Boston Demons, the USAFL, and even a few highlights from this season of Stateside Footy.
Australian Rules Football? In the U.S.? That's right. The United States Australian Football League is in a city near you. Go to USAFL.com, find your team, check them out. We're a group full of men and women just like you. Join us for the fun athletic competition. Stay for the camaraderie.
We want the champion!
Log on and sign up to join your team at USAFL.com.
Welcome back to the final edition of Stateside Footy for this 2014 season. Now it's time to take a look back at our past year. One of the biggest highlights of the year took place before the local footy season even started. It started with an innocent Twitter message from Boston Demon Mike Shepard in mid-May. The message contained a YouTube link to the movie trailer you're about to see.
Saturday afternoon and we're expecting a huge crowd. It's hard to believe Aussie Rules is 150 years old and is still going strong. We are watching a truly great game.
This is a period of radical change for sport. Everything is changing.
While people think our game is very strong, we could also be very vulnerable, particularly in a global market.
Soccer is no longer the sleeping giant. It's absolutely an awakened giant, and it's marching very aggressively down the road.
We can't just be a national sport anymore. We have to go international.
Number 31, Brett Kirk.
This is for the Bloods.
Why would we keep the greatest game in the world a secret? Thanks guys for coming along. Understand that this at the moment is a bit of a foreign game to you, but that's okay. We've got to start somewhere.
To me, it's been a romantic notion. It would be a long, long process to convert people in other countries.
First we take Manhattan, then we take Berlin. Well, no, you're not going to take either.
This footy isn't on for show. It is bloody freezing. I spent yesterday in Jerusalem, and now I feel like I have a greater understanding of how inspiring this team is.
If it was all just one big footy field, everything would be okay. We know that.
Special moment here on Stateside Footy. AFL superstar Brett Kirk joins us. Brett, thank you very, very much.
If you ended up with a centre-half back like Muhammad Ali and a full forward like Michael Jordan, wow, you couldn't lose.
This is like the Olympics to them. It's like the World Cup of football. When you sing with your heart and your soul. It's all about heart and soul, all right? Let's go.
The first time I played this sport, it made me wish I was born in Australia.
Aussie Rules The World was released in Australian theatres during the 2014 AFL season. It received many premieres in area theatres with AFL stars in attendance. The teams representing the USA in the 2014 International Cup were also treated to a screening of the film. The excerpt you saw in the trailer happened back in the 2011 season when former Sydney Swans captain Brett Kirk traveled around the world to promote the game in advance of that year's International Cup. As part of his swing through the United States, he came to Boston, and Stateside Footy was there.
Special moment here on Stateside Footy. We teased it at the top of the show. Joining us today, AFL superstar. In fact, we get to cheer the captain of the red and the white. Brett Kirk joins us. Brett, thank you very, very much for joining us on Stateside Footy.
Thanks, Bill, for having me. I've heard a lot about you, and I'm happy to be here on a sunny day in Boston.
Well, thanks for joining us once again. It's a terrific day here for a game. We were expecting a little bit of rain, and also there was that championship parade across the river that we had to contend with, too.
There was a few people around.
Few people, yeah. Boston Bruins, Stanley Cup champions. They had the parade today. Yeah. How was the trip over from South Station?
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, there's a few people around. Obviously, ice hockey is a big thing in town, but yeah, it's a lot of crossover from ice hockey to Aussie Rules, I think.
A little bit. Yeah. Speaking of journeys, obviously you're in the middle of what's being billed as Captain Kirk's Odyssey, and it's really a worldwide tour. You're the AFL ambassador. The International Cup's coming up in August. Yes. Tell us a little bit about this Odyssey, because it really is an interesting trip. I've been reading your tweets, and you've been to some, not just the United States and Canada, but Israel, Sri Lanka, exotic locales, but also locales where they can sometimes be global hotspots. Tell us a little bit about your journeys through there.
Yeah, when I retired, I'd always wanted to go on an adventure with my family, and the AFL sought me out to work for them, and I sort of worked out a position that I was an International Cup ambassador, and once it all started, I really wanted to create some awareness about what footy's doing overseas. Footy sometimes, everyone can think, it's just played in Melbourne and different places in Australia, but through my travels, this is no longer just an Aussie sport. There's people all over the world adopting the game, and I wanted to show how the passion that people have. And as you mentioned, a few places I've been. I left Australia sort of mid-January, and basically going around the world with my wife and my 4 young kids, and I've had an amazing experience. And see, early on we went through quite a few different third world countries, and just to be in places like South Africa, and footy's played in a lot of the townships there. So to see kids with absolutely nothing be out on a dirt track with no shoes on, no shirt, and I'd be doing handball drills, and then all of a sudden they'd start singing and dancing, and it just made my heart smile to think footy can do this for people, just not only in Australia, because I think it's the best game in the world, because it does create a community sense and bring people together, and that's what I'm seeing everywhere I go. It's just the quality people involved, and it's not always expat Aussies. Iceland and Croatia, pretty much all locals that play the game, and I've really loved going and connecting with people, really connecting with people's spirit, and just love being on this journey, and look forward to getting back to Australia and really sharing with people what our game's doing for people.
It is a game that's so easy to love. I became hooked watching late night reruns on ESPN when they started running it in the early 80s, so I've been a fan ever since then. But as far as the way it's carried on around the world, I mean, I'm seeing more and more posts coming up from different places. I know World Footy News has mentioned a lot. And really, boy, what's shaping up this year for the International Cup, it sounds, it's got the makings of a terrific tournament. I can't wait to see games from there.
Yeah, so it's going to be a week in Sydney and a week in Melbourne, and the last tournament was in 2008, where there was 15 countries for the males, and this year it's looking like there's going to be 21, and so up 6 countries, and then it's going to be the first year that there's going to have a women's competition. So there's going to be 6 teams competing from 6 different countries. So the US, Canada, Italy, Ireland, Papua New Guinea, and there's a multicultural Australian team playing. So it's, as I said, footy's a great game. It's very inclusive. It's not just for the elite or just very male dominated. It's for everyone, and I'm really looking forward to getting involved, because, as I said, everywhere I'm going, it's very much grassroots. Obviously, I was involved in the AFL for 12 years at a professional level, and but I grew up in the country, watching my dad play and getting involved in the country. So I love getting out here, and people are here because they love it, and they want to connect with other people, whether they're here as Aussies or from the US. It doesn't really matter. Once you're out in that field, you're out there just to have fun and enjoy each other's company.
So what was the genesis of this tour? Is this something where you came to the AFL with an idea, or did they approach you?
Yeah, it sort of was multi-pronged, I guess. I was sort of thinking a certain way, and they were sort of thinking that they want to do some work with me. So there's a guy back in the AFL, Dave Matthews, is quite a visionary in terms of where he wants to take the game and where he wants it to grow. And it just it evolved, and all of a sudden it took wings, and it was January before I knew it. I'd only been retired a few months, and I'm jumping a plane travelling to Sri Lanka. So it's pretty amazing. And just you, Bill, so you want to talk us a little bit about how you got involved with footy?
Yeah, started, as I mentioned, I was watching ESPN back in the early 80s, and from time to time you would have, on TV in the States, you'd have like the hour-long highlight show that they would put together, but it really hadn't been around for years. And this is really started about 2 years ago. I was late in the winter of 2009. I was searching on a website for Australian Rules Football American TV listings, and about 3 pages down, the search took me to the Boston Demons homepage, and I was stunned. I had no idea there was a league structure here, or anyone here was playing footy, and so I decided right then and there, I was like, next year I want to get in touch with these guys. I want to cover these games, and that was the birth of Stateside Footy, and we've been going with it ever since.
Wow, yeah, I've been to probably 16, 17 different countries. This is the first time I've ever seen games getting filmed. Is this something just for the old love of the games?
Absolutely. It's my way too of kind of a selfish purpose behind it, because if I can get more exposure, my mission is to get this game on as many people's radar as possible. And in doing that, maybe that means that the powers that be will start beaming in more footy from the AFL and other places too. So in that, I guess you could say it's a little self-serving, but also, these people put in a lot of work and a lot of effort, and really, put on some great events and some great games. Like, for instance, today's thing, obviously we had a little competition across the way, but they do such great work, and I'd love to see them get recognized for what they do and have more people realize what a terrific sport Australian Rules Football really is.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's the best game in the world, and I think it's great seeing people that are passionate about the game like yourself, and I'm coming into contact with them all the time, and most of them are all volunteers that no one gets paid to do it, and it's all about the love of it. What is it that you love about the game?
The fast pace of it, the excitement, much like in hockey where you have a bounce or something like that, just this little piece of rubber can just all of a sudden it does something and brings an entire crowd to its feet. Same thing, like for instance, watching last year's grand final. Anytime, it seems especially anytime the Pies kicked a goal, the entire place just erupted. And just something like that can bring that kind of excitement and energy into a place. It's just an exciting game to watch. It's one of the games where really just, it's not like baseball was my first love, but sometimes you can get a little sedentary. But Aussie Rules, they're always going.
Yeah, for sure. And I think also you mentioned before about the importance of it getting on TV for people to watch. I totally agree. I think people need to actually be able to see the game and be captured by it and then want to try to join somewhere. So can you just tell me, so you've got a lot of cameras here and you're doing a lot of work. Where is it can you watch your footy?
Well, our flagship station is Wilmington Community Television in Wilmington, Massachusetts. It's a local cable access station. The show can also be seen online. Anytime the episodes are done, they get posted right up online. We have a site. We actually have videos on the Vimeo and on YouTube, but our main site's on blip.tv, and that's where people can watch the episodes. In fact, this week, we just got our 4,000th total view online. So there are people out there watching the program, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And do you think the US people can adapt to the game of Aussie Rules?
Absolutely. Just as far as the people that I've talked to, I've already made a few conversions just at the TV station where I work. My wife, one day she came home, I was watching the hour-long highlight show that the AFL used to put together, and she's like, "What are you watching?" She sat down, half an hour into it, she was hooked. To the point where now she's coming with me and doing these things. We've traveled to New York, and we traveled to Baltimore, and we're traveling to Austin for Nationals this year. And she's actually been behind a lot of it. I figured this year it's like, we'll do the home games, we won't do any road games. Then she's like, we could do New York or we could do Baltimore. I'm like, okay, fine. Don't have to tell me twice. So she's really into it too. And it just shows how quickly people can really learn to accept the game and love the game and really follow it and get into it.
Yeah, totally agree. You got anything else for me?
Actually, just not to sound like a cheesy game show host, but we do have lovely parting gifts for you.
Beautiful.
And also for Haley and the kids.
Okay, beautiful. Thanks so much, Bill.
Thank you.
Yeah, obviously we connected just recently on Twitter. And
yes, we did.
Yeah, and I read a little bit what you're doing and spoke to some people from the US. So I think it's wonderful what you're doing. It's your own time and it's something you're passionate about. And yeah, as I said, it's just, I guess this is what I'm seeing all over the place. People like yourself, whether you're involved in administration, whether you're playing the game, whether you're umpiring. Yeah, I think it's a great community sense that football brings, and I really pay homage to what you're up to. So thanks very much, Bill.
Thank you, Brett. Ladies and gentlemen, the 241-game superstar, Brett Kirk, ex of the Sydney Swans.
Obviously, a huge moment for the show and for international footy as well. But enough about us. Let's move on to the 2014 footy season. Due to some scheduling issues, we were really only able to make it to one of the dates on the Boston Demons 2014 fixture. However, it was an all-day tournament featuring 8 different clubs, and our coverage wound up stretching over 5 episodes of Stateside Footy. First off, we got to see the Boston Demons notch their first ever victory over their nemesis to the north, the Montreal Angels.
And Rogers will toss it up for grabs once again and gets hit out by Hansen. And let's see here. Bunch of players going after it on the ground. Silvio trying to come out with it, and I think we have a low contact. And who's got the free kick? Free kick is going to... it's going to be Silvio, Lonnie Silvio, for the Lady D's with a low contact. Goes high, and let's see. That looks like it's a goal. It is. The ball is loose now, giving chase there to Silvio once again. She's already had a couple of scoring shots. However, she gives it up. And, a nice little bit of a smother there. And with it now is Emily Reel. Emily Reel with a handball again to Silvio. She drops it. She gets it back up. Kicks it towards the sticks again. And that looks good. It's another goal. Lonnie Silvio, one of the new recruits this year for the Lady Demons. Already firing up a storm. And it's a handball there from Hansen. Trying to get it over to Holly Teufel. Hard footy there. Arredondo going for it. She just taps it back. Kicked ahead there by Judith Stein. There'll be a contest. Emily Reel's got the mark. Reel can make this kick. She made a kick like this into the wind at Nationals a couple of years ago. And she just puts it right to the boot. That's going to sail, and that's going to go through for a goal. Nice job there by the Demons number 9. Teufel's got it, so it must have gone out on the full. So it's a free kick for Holly Teufel. Didn't see the initial verdict from the referee. Kick toward the goals. Goes over everyone, and that looks like a goal. From the boundary, tough angle. Threading the needle there was Holly Teufel. Hansen in there again. She hits it out to advantage. Tries to get it over to Destra, who's hauled down. Actually, or at least she had the ball taken away. She's got it now. And ball hits the ground once again. Mims has it. Mims with a snap kick and a goal. Nice little snap right across the body. Just took it, got herself a little space, and then kicked it basically in the opposite direction of where she was going. A little bit of an angle there. And indeed it is. That's full time. We mentioned it before, a historic result on the table, and indeed the Lady Demons have come away with it. The final score here in the first game today at Ipswich River Park. The Boston Lady Demons, 5 goals, 5 behinds, 35 points. And the Montreal Angels, 2 goals, 6 behinds, 18 points.
The Quebec Saints were up next to take on the Halifax Dockers in a match the Saints easily won. The Chicago Swans came into town that day, and they faced a hometown Boston Demon squad hungry for a win. When the final horn sounded, the Demons prevailed.
Holding the ball. They say that he had prior opportunity, so Demons will kick it ahead. Graham's got it now. He's got some space. Kicks it toward the goals. It's going to go, and it's going to go wide, I think, again. Or is it? No. I hear applause. I believe it was Tom Graham who kicked that goal. Taken by Chicago once again. The Swans get it. It's taken there by the Demons. Mark awarded, but he's going to play on. Takes a running bounce. Runs up and sets it up for Tom Graham. Graham can't get it. Spoiled from the back there. He's going to take it down and then get around the tackle. He's got some space to run. He takes a running bounce, heading for the goals, makes the kick in, and oh, looks like it's going to go. Did that go wide, or is that? Let's see. That's a goal. Okay. Looked like it, and indeed it was. Demons once again with another chance to kick it towards goal. Up it goes. That's a nice big kick. That's a nice straight kick. That's another major score for the Boston Demons. Now it's 3-7-25. Graham kicks it ahead now. And here come the Demons on the run once again. He gets the kick off. Looking for a target. Getting him right in front. Demons with the mark there. And a chance at another scoring shot. They've only had one this half, but it went straight and true for a major. And let's see what happens here. That's a line drive kick. And that's another goal. Demons, another major score. Their kicks may have gone errant in the first half, but so far they've got 2 scoring shots, and they've both been straight. Tries to get it, then it bounces, and it's taken, and they're free. Tom Graham's got it now. Has to bobble it a little bit. Doesn't quite sit for him. He's got it now. Handballs it back, and they kick it. It looks like it was touched. Touched. It was play on. He's free. He's got a chance at the goal. It's a kick. It's heading towards the sticks, and it looks like that'll be another goal. Congratulations to the Demons picking up the victory. The score here at full time at Ipswich River Park. The Boston Demons, 5 goals, 8 behinds, 38 points. And the Chicago Swans, 4 behinds, 4 points.
Next up on the docket was the second game for the Montreal Angels, who faced their next opponent, the New York Lady Magpies. Having just fallen to the Lady Demons, the club from Montreal was looking to rebound with a win. They accomplished exactly that.
Won't sit for her, though. She's harassed by Lindsay Belsey. Belsey's got it now, gets some space, gets it to the boot, and kicks a goal. Belsey once again showing up huge for the Lady Angels. And coming out with it now. That's a handball. Goes out, and the kick goes off the ground. And trying to do a bit of goaltending there was Autumn Irvin. Not quite doing it. And the Angels kick another one. Big win there for the Montreal Angels over the New York Lady Magpies. The final score here from Ipswich River Park in North Reading. The Montreal Angels, 4 goals, 9 behinds, 33 points. And the New York Lady Magpies, 1 goal, 2 behinds, 8 points.
The Quebec Saints came in looking to build on their early success and rack up a second win for the day. The New York Magpies, however, had different ideas.
Desai now. Desai gets it to the boot, just kicks it in the middle. Nobody there, but is picked up there by Marcus. Marcus running a little bit, bounces off a tackle, handballs out. Another Magpie with it right now. He gets it to the left boot, puts it in toward the goal, and I believe that's going to be a straight kick. Indeed it is. First score of the match, it goes to the Magpies, and it is a major. And went off one hand, but bounces right to another player there. That's Pat Gilder. He kicks it ahead and gets it over. Kick goes off now, and that's a goal. That's a player there known as Magic. At least that's what I've got on the roster here. And indeed, that play was Magic. And Eric Jordick is setting up for a boundary throw in, so it did indeed hit the ground before it went out of bounds. Did not go out on the full. And off the tap, it goes over to White now. White gets it to the right foot, almost a little bit of a check side kick there. But it's marked by the Magpies, and they bring it right back into attack. They're so good at doing that. And that looks like another goal. That's huge for New York to claw away at this lead some more. With it now is Manasseh. Manasseh handballs it off. And here come the Saints. Kick goes in toward the forward 50. And let's see. Once again, it's a mark. He's paid it. Fabio Patos again. He's been impressive today in the forward line for Quebec in both the matches in which we've seen him play. And he'll get the kick off, and that'll be, looks like that's another goal. Indeed, it will be. Nice job there by the Saints number 42. The final score of the New York Magpies, 7 goals, 7 behinds, 49 points. And the Quebec Saints, 3 goals, 4 behinds, 22 points.
Then the New York ladies get back to business, facing off against the host club, the Boston Lady Demons. This turned out to be pretty risky business for the Lady Pies.
Intercept marked almost there by Lonnie Silvio. She's taking the ground, though. Battle for the ball, and it's kicked ahead. Lady Pies trying to get it out. Silvio there. She gets a boot to it, suckers it off the ground, and through for a goal. We gave her some advanced billing before this game started, and indeed, she's lived up to it. She's got another goal there. As it's thrown back into play once again and tipped out by Hansen. And here we go. Handball goes over to Mims now. Alex Mims with it for the Lady D's. And she's able to kick it. And let's see. That goes high, and that's going to be through. Another major score for the Lady Demons there. Alex Mims. Another nicely done clearance for the Lady D's. Actually, I'm sorry. It's a boundary throw-in. Just looked like they were calling for further back, but they weren't. And so it goes off a bunch of hands there. With it now is Eileen Hansen. A kick over to Alex Mims. Mims wrapped up by a couple of Lady Pies. With it now is Clark. Clark with a kick in, and that looks like it's going to be a major. Clark with a goal for the Lady Demons. And loose ball with it now is Hansen. Hansen gets a nice, big, high kickoff. Can anyone get under it? Actually, everyone got under it. No one marked it, though. With it now is Silvio. Silvio is able to get the kick through, and that's another goal for Lonnie Silvio for the Lady Demons. Final score of the New York Lady Magpies, 2 behinds, 2. And the Boston Lady Demons, 5 goals, 8 behinds, 38 points.
In the next match, the Boston Demons hosted their EAFL rivals, the New York Magpies. Though the Demons bested Chicago earlier in the day, the Magpies have had the Demons' number as of late, and this battle was no exception.
Magpies have it in their own back end. Kicking up now, and mark almost taken by Dave Morton. If it sits for him, he can get it. He's got it now. Morton sidesteps a tackle. Kicks in now looking for Graham. Graham marks it. Nice mark there by Tom Graham for the Boston Demons. All right. Nice early opportunity there for the Demons to get going here. And Graham takes the kick. That's a big kick. That might make it all the way. And that goes straight through. So the Demons give away an early 50-meter penalty, and right now they kick it in, and it's marked in very close, and it looks like that 50-meter penalty is going to come back to bite the Demons, or you know where. They're lining up for a shot right now. Magpies with it right now. Chance for pretty early and pretty easy set shot, actually. And it's coming through. And that kick is straight, and that's through. Matt Wood tried to spoil. They play on. Loose in front, loose ball in front. Matt Wood was getting called for a free kick, and that's not good. A lot of confusion in the back line for the Demons. Knocked out once again. 2 advantage by the Magpies. And it goes right in front. Magpies with another shot, and this looks like this could be a simple shot. And that's going to be another goal. And this is where things historically get bad for the Demons now. Magpies are on a roll. The New York Magpies, 6 goals, 3 behinds, 39 points. And the Boston Demons, 4 goals, 3 behinds, 27 points.
The Chicago Swans hit the ground next, and they hit it running. They had the best of the Quebec side for most of the match, leading by 3 straight kicks with under 8 minutes left. But that's where the Saints brought forth a few miracles as time wound down.
The Swannies kick goes a long way, lining up for a contest. Oh, nice mark there! Number 23. That's a pony donkey once again. However, Bogdan Rotaru for Quebec taking the worst of that collision. Bit of a screamer there by Chicago. Nice mark, and now he's got the pretty good opportunity for a set shot at goal here. Looking for Chicago's first major score and getting Chicago's first major score. And all of a sudden they jump into the lead. Trying to set up a target in their forward 50. Nice spoil there. But it's taken now. Oh my God, he's tackled and he's thrown down. That's got to be a free kick. Fabio Pato's taken high for the Quebec Saints, number 42. He's been showing a lot of effort all day, and will get another free kick for his efforts. That's a high tackle there, definitely. So he's lined up now pretty much just at the top of the square, so this should be a pretty easy kick for him. And once again, another step by Quebec as they continue to climb the ladder to get back into this. Indeed, that is a goal. And they just kick it. Nice job on that bounce there. He soccers ahead, trying to get it to his advantage. Now he's got backup, and they're going to kick it through. It's going to roll. It keeps rolling, and that's going to roll right through. That's a big clutch goal. And all of a sudden, they've got it back to a single kick. He kicks it ahead now. And it's marked, and Quebec will play on, and they'll just make this big kick. Goes through the, oh, and it looks like, let's see. That's another goal. 6-4-40 now. Late in this second half. Saints looking to move it now. Sells the candy a little bit, moves it forward, and taking an easy mark there. That's Luke O'Farrell. O'Farrell will kick it ahead now. He's going to target in deep. He's got it. Mark is taken. And Quebec has it now. That's number 4. That's Bogdan Rotaru. He could actually put the Saints in front with this kick right now. And at one point, they were down by over 2 goals. Considering how the Swans seem to have been dominating the clearances today. This is some great fight by the Saints. And let's see what we've got here. That is a goal! Quebec with another major score. And that's it! Game is over! Huge kick! Final score, the Quebec Saints, 7 goals, 5 behinds, 47 points. And the Chicago Swans, 6 goals, 5 behinds, and 41 points.
After their earlier loss to the Quebec Saints, the Halifax Dockers looked for a win against the New York Magpies. Though the Dockers were denied at the end, they did mount an impressive comeback and very nearly got over the line.
Rolls toward the boundary, takes a weird bounce, almost winds up in Magpie hands. He's just going to soccer it off the ground, and that's going to be a goal. One of the more freakish major scores you're going to see. It was near the boundary, it wasn't sitting for him, and instead of trying to pick it up, he just said the heck with it, just soccered it right off the ground. However, he was tackled by Miles Amaral, who got the free kick, and the ensuing kick there is marked. Dockers have it now deep in their own area. He gets the kick off, it's headed for the goals, and it looks to be straight. It is! That's a goal. And all of a sudden, the Halifax Dockers have taken the lead over the New York Magpies. Once again, they're telling him to mark up. They don't want to give away another 50-meter penalty. He kicks it out. That's an intercept, Mark. Not a very safe kick. That was actually pretty dangerous. And New York brings it right back up now. Kicked in. And let's see. That looks like it's going to be another goal. And just like that, New York can turn it around on you like that. Soccered off the ground by Mark Theriault. And Dockers have it now. Handball to head. And here comes Halifax with it. He takes a running bounce. That's Miles Amaral. Takes another running bounce. Actually juggles it, gets it back, and that will be a very simple mark right there. And I believe that's going to go to Woodhead. Woodhead actually got a couple of marks and I think a couple of goals in the first game. And I actually thought that he was just going to be going for goal, but he wound up getting it to Luke Woodhead, who puts it right through and gives them a badly needed goal. Marked, though, intercept marked by the Halifax Dockers, and they kick it back to their end of the ground. And let's see, goes off the hands of Woodhead, taken by one of the Magpies, who's then hauled down by Woodhead. Let's see, we've got a free kick there, holding the ball. So Woodhead winning a big battle there. Bit of distance, bit of an angle.
33-27. Who's up? You.
So right now it's 35-27. And Luke Woodhead could make this a very close game with a straight kick here. He gets the ball to the boot, and the determination is, that's a goal.
Let's go, Todd,
they need a mark, they need a kick, they need something. Knocked over now, and actually taken by the Magpies, and they kick it back towards center, and it's marked. Marked there by Manfredi. And he kicks it now over a couple of heads. It winds up in the New York pocket and rushed through from behind. It looks like by the Dockers. Indeed, it is. The New York Magpies, 5 goals, 6 behinds, 36 points. The Halifax Dockers, 5 goals, 3 behinds, 33 points.
And finally, we brought you the women's final of this all-day tournament, as the hometown Boston Lady Demons played a side that was mostly Montreal, with some New York players mixed in. In fact, for this 18-a-side match, they were visiting ladies on both sides, and the Montreal clubs actually wore the uniforms of the Quebec Saints. Though they lost to Boston earlier in the day, the ladies from Montreal came through in the final match.
Belzy's got it now. Belzy tries a handball off, goes over one of her teammates. Now trying to get some space and kick it. And getting the goal there, that's Kim Hemingway, number 5. So Quebec comes in and they register 1 goal. And now it's 1 straight 6 to 1-1-7. And she kicks it toward the goals. Marked. Oh boy. Marked there by Sarah Warden. In close, almost to the point where a kick from this range would be a foregone conclusion and would put Quebec in front. And indeed, that goes through. That's a goal. Kicking it out of there now. Nice job. That's Ashley Singer playing for the Lady D's. With it now is Margot Legault. She kicks it. That's a big, long kick, and that's going to go over everybody and right through for another goal. And she's just going to kick it ahead. Easily marked there by number 8. That's Lisette Hinojosa, who usually plays for the New York Lady Magpies. But as often in situations like this, sometimes teams split players. And let's see, the kick goes through, and that's another goal off the boot. Run goes up, knocked ahead by the Lady D's. However, winds up in Quebec hands. Ball is loose. She's got it, and she's able to kick it, and right through. I believe that was pretty much the new star of the day, Lonnie Silvio. She had a couple of goals in the first game against Montreal, and she gets a major score there. Hansen's got to look out there. She's got some pressure coming. She's able to get it, though. Kicks it through some pressure. Emily Reel gets it. Emily Reel in range. Bit of an angle, but Reel's a terrific kick. And that one, let's see. That's a goal. Emily Reel does kick a major score. And the final score from here at Ipswich River Park in North Reading. The Quebec Saints women's side, 6 goals, 2 behinds, 38 points. And the Boston Lady Demons, 3 goals, 3 behinds, 21 points.
In August, the Demons traveled to Philadelphia to take on the Hawks, and they came away with the win. 4 goals, 11 behinds, 35 points, to 1 goal, 1 behind, 7 points. They tried to maintain that momentum on their annual trip to Yonkers, New York, to face the New York Magpies. That match took place during the first weekend of September, and it went to the home club. New York scoring 16 goals, 12 behinds, 108 points, and Boston with 4 straight kicks and a 4 straight 24 tally. A big moment for the USAFL women's program took place on the 20th of September as the New York Lady Magpies hosted a team from down under. The St. Albans Spurs, the Victorian Women's Football League's 2011 premiers, made the trip to the States and met up with the Lady Pies, as well as players from other area clubs, namely the Baltimore Washington Eagles and the Boston Lady Demons. Unfortunately, we were not able to be there to cover that event, but Lady Magpie Christina Licata told us a little bit about what happened. The ladies from St. Albans easily won the match. The final score was 15 goals, 4 behinds, 94 points, to 1 goal, 1 behind, 7 points. And then came October and the Nationals tournament here in Dublin, Ohio. And with the end of our highlights package, we close out the 2014 season of Stateside Footy. We'd like to thank the league, the clubs, and especially the players for their continued support. Also, many thanks go out to the folks who helped produce the show this season: John Cimino, Paul Hipple, Savannah Hubbard, Brian Jocelyn, Kyle Serino, and, most importantly, Stacey Robert. And by the way, even though we're closing up the TV show for the end of the season, obviously we're going on the web all the time. You can check us out on Vimeo. It's www.vimeo.com/StatesideFootyTV. You can also check us out on blip.tv/StatesideFootyTV. And we're on YouTube, too. Selected games are up there. Just go to YouTube and type in the search Stateside Footy, and you'll see a bunch of our games there as well. You can also visit us on the web. Our homepage, it's www.StatesideFootyTV.com. We're on Facebook. You can like us. We're Stateside Footy TV. And you can follow us on Twitter. It's BillR_SS Footy. On behalf of everyone involved in the show this year, I'm Bill Robert, thanking you very much for watching and being a part yourself. Thanks again, and we will see you next season.